Welcome in, everybody. Joe Quills here with you on this Thursday night, Eagles game night. We have the Eagles and the Commandos, or the Commies, or Commanders, or something like that. We're joining in progress here. It's 7-0 Washington right now. Eagles offense is not in sync tonight. The offensive line looks like crap, kind of like it did in the first half last week. But we're gonna talk about the Eagles game here, and let me see here. Let me do one thing here. So we are going to get the game going here. So what we're going to do is mostly we're going to be sidecasting the game, but we're going to talk about that and other things here. So feel free to chime in with your comments on the game here. So we're going to have fun here tonight. A little bit different from the usual stuff here on the Joe Quill Show. We're probably going to run past 11 o'clock tonight. Well, probably till about 11:30 tonight. Um, so we'll get there in a second here. So we have a 2nd and 10 here. I'll go to the page I'm going to have tonight in a second here. Okay, so you got about 3rd and 5 here coming up here. So I'm going to switch screens here. And I need to pull up there we go. So there you go. So you'll see the game happening there. Hopefully my screen is faster than the ESPN screen that I'm using here tonight. So let's hope that is what's happening here. I want to be on top there, but for whatever reason, it's not working. So Zach Ertz gets a first down there for the Commies, and they're in Eagles territory here in a 3-0 game, 7-0 game right now. I just didn't plan on this. Okay. A lot of this was planned last minute here. A lot of things were set up differently. This was set up earlier in the day, but some of the things I did was last minute. So we're looking at the game here. You got a 1st and 10 here. Daniels rolls out, dives down right around the line of scrimmage there, so no gain there, or very little gain for that matter. And welcome in, everybody. We're just having fun here tonight with the game, and halftime we'll go through some of the stories I saw here, and after the game we'll go with the after the game I'll give you my Philly Fade picks for the weekend. That pass is low, 3rd and 9. Remember, Jane Daniels does have a rib injury, and they did mention it earlier in the game. What they're trying to do to keep him comfortable and warm, and whatever they're trying to do there. So he did suffer that a few weeks ago. He's still affected by it. He is wearing a flak jacket of some sort as well. So we have a 39 here. And a drop pass by Eckler, so they'll have to punt it away. Now, the big surprise right now, one second. I want to do something here. One second. It just annoys me that the end of the ESPN thing was a little bit behind me there. So we're just having fun here tonight. Nothing serious. When we hit halftime, we'll have some fun here. We'll go over some of the stories I usually go to if I had a regular show here. Be a little bit of a condensed version. We can actually, you know what? While I do that, I'm going to fix the ticker here, and we don't need to show that right now. So, I mean, this is your typical Thursday night game, and this is basically your NFC East game as well. Basically, two teams, defensive battle, you know, ugly as hell. Um, and, and also, um, just remember Dan Quinn was with the Dallas Cowboys last year, so he knew how to stop Jalen Hurts. So we'll see there. So whoever it is, Mike, welcome in. Yeah, ugly is an understatement. You got that right. I'm just setting things up here because I got a little bit behind schedule tonight. I had to run to the store. I had an emergency run to the store. Um, Basically, what happened was I was starting to print my stories for tonight. Things that I'll fill in as we go along tonight, and I ran out of paper, so I had to make an emergency run to Target. Thankfully, Target's only a couple blocks away. I walked over, got some exercise, and got things I needed here. So, also got dinner too. But that's 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 the one good thing about being where I am in the city. Um, I got so many things within walking distance. It's awesome. So even if SEPTA were to go on strike now, basically what's happening there, we're talking about different things here. We don't really have a script tonight. Um, the one thing is with SEPTA, which is the Transportation Authority here in Philadelphia, they go on strike every few years, and the governor. And shockingly, the last time they went on strike, I believe, was when the one time they struck was when they had a Republican governor. Didn't consider them essential and didn't force them back to work. Now, I'm a union guy, but it is an essential thing here. It's just like police and fire, in my opinion. Police and fire aren't allowed to strike. How come SEPTA can? But Eagles got a first down. Saquon Barkley there. Um, got about 3 minutes left here. Uh, the line is back together tonight. Oh, I don't like that hit on Hurts there. Yeah, it looks like he's okay because or he is okay because he is standing up there as they showed AJ Brown going to the sideline there. Yeah, okay, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. So you got a first down at the 36 here. Levante gets about three there, or two actually. That's why I mean the one thing is Amazon stole these graphics and everything for the most part. I'm not going to say completely, somewhat from NBC. And NBC does have a white. NBC used to have that white line for the first time. I think they still do. Um, but it gets confusing. Like I got confused right there. Um, Delaying the radio and TV. Geez. I'm well, Mike. You know how I'm set up here, and I got Amazon Prime, and also just to let you guys know, and I'm going to share this on um, in the chat here. And if you're watching on, sorry about that. God damn it, I did it twice there. So Eagles are starting to get things going here. They're at the 2 minute warning here. Um, so one thing I want to tell you guys is I tested this earlier in the year. I think that you do not need Amazon. From what I know, you do not need Amazon Prime. That's the thing from a couple of years ago. If you want to watch a game and you want to watch it on your computer, or even if you got a tablet, if you go to this link, which is for Amazon Prime Video on Twitch, you go to there, you can watch the games no problem. So, just a little hack that I've seen the last couple of years because they do show the games on Twitch .tv/ Prime Video, and occasionally you do have other events there, and you know we'll if you're ever out and about and you want to watch the game, but you're not you're watching a game at home, and or maybe you're a second shift worker. Maybe that's the link, by the way. um, if you're a second shift worker or even a third shift worker, you just go there, boom, you're watching it. So you might have to keep it on the down low because you never know. You might have managers around or bosses or stuff like that. You might have a job that requires supervision all the time. You just sneak it in the corner and make sure the volume's down so that you don't get caught. Or in my case, with the job that I have at Redacted Company, I put the volume down. Manager says, he even admitted to me that he watches TV while he's working and stuff like that. And I said, I mean, I have my music on this computer that I'm streaming from tonight. I also have the TV, and I watch that from time to time. You know, so 1st and 10, Barkley gets about two or three there. Ran into the ass of one of his linemen, I believe there. But and by the way, Jordan Mailata is back tonight, so that's good because the all the pieces are back now. Barkley's got 53 yards rushing so far, so um, there you go, Monte Smith. And one sign that you know that you have a good team. I'm not going to say great team. I'm not going to say Super Bowl team. A sign that you have a good team or a damn good team is when you score in the final 2 minutes of the first half. All right, there's a flag there. We playing the feud? All right, so we called the penalty and blah blah blah. There you go. It's a first down. That was all right. Yeah, it's a little more than 5 yards, probably. I mean, you can't get a good view from those two angles, but the thing is, I mean, that was very ticky tack, but it's letter of the law there. That was illegal touching or illegal contact. But And this is what the Eagles got to do to win, not just tonight, but all games, in my opinion. They need to pound the ball, eat clock, burn that other team out. That's what you do. Sometimes a great defense. I've said to Mike so many times that he's sick of hearing it. You know, sometimes your best defense. Sometimes your best defense is a ball control offense, and you also have a defense that um, that has been one of the stingiest in the NFL, especially when you look at points. I think they came into the night fourth overall in least points allowed. So I think I saw that this morning. So that's a good. That's one good barometer, but sometimes that can be misleading. So we got a 2nd and 8 here. Nope, incomplete. My phone's going to be going off like crazy tonight because I have a couple of different Eagles playing. And I see Mike telling me offense is sluggish. There goes our first quarter scoring streak. Well, you can blame that damn kicker for that scoring streak, Mike. Because he is out of practice because Nick Sirianni loves to go for it on 4th down. So he missed 2 field goals. One in the first quarter, one in the second quarter. But, ooh, what a block there. I think that was Gainwell that had a great block there. Yeah, he was going out for the pass. Hurts said, get him. He did. Sometimes you don't have to be the huge guy that gets the hit. Just if they're not paying attention or whatever, or they're so adamant in doing something else. That's when you get them. The one thing is with Jalen Hurts is he's so strong. He's deadlifted over 600 pounds, I believe it is. Um, he knows when to get down or get out of bounds like he did on that last play. So or that play for the first down. So, um, but uh, by the way, this may be the last time Al Michaels calls an Eagles game because Al Michaels' contract is up this year with Amazon, and he is 79 years old. So maybe you can find him at Santa Anita Racetrack uh, after the season. But anyways, we got a 2nd and goal here at the 5 or 6. No, 4. And I see Nick Sirianni has the ski cap on tonight because he shaved his head a month ago. I mean, it's almost like my hairdo, except he has a little more hair on top compared to me. But anyways, uh, I don't know where Goddard is. And as you say that, Kirk Herbstreit mentions Dallas Goddard there. Um, he is in the game. Yeah, Goddard was covered there. Oh man, you had two guys open there and a face mask. Okay, there we go. And the Bronx cheer. So we got a 7-3 game here. So uh, I imagine that Washington will just take a knee here after this kickoff, unless they get a good kickoff return if they return it. Um, yeah, they're mentioning John Robinson, who passed away earlier this week. Jerry Faust, the former Notre Dame coach, he passed away this week. But we only had two. I mean, they say that shit goes in threes, but we only had two this week. So, um, in terms of football, so yes, that goes through the end zone. They'll get the ball at the 30. Well, they do have two timeouts here. So Eagles only have one timeout left. So I mean, I would think that you'd go. I mean, you may. Well, we'll find out in a second here. And yeah, this is a typical NFC East game, 7-3. Yeah, they are. Okay, they are going to try to get the ball down the field here. Man, that was Charmin soft defense there. That's not good. That is not good there. But I think that they see the one thing that they don't have here on Amazon that at least I don't think they do. They don't have that target line for where you want to kick that field goal. But they're a little too far out. They're way too far out right now. I would imagine you would need probably 15 to 20 yards to get a good shot here. So the Eagles call a timeout here. Scary Terry McLaurin is disappeared tonight, 0 for 0. No, that's going to get reversed. Yeah, the ball can touch the ground if you have control of the ball, but he doesn't have control of it there, so that's going to get. Okay, so yeah, it is incomplete pass. Washington gets their timeout back, even though they're not going to use it because there's only 4 seconds left. And they said that Jalen Hurts is in the blue tent right now. That's not good. Uh, well, that means nothing to me. Um, and this is the play that they're talking about here. Oops. Uh, Hopefully this doesn't get me flagged. If it does, oh well. It's only a 10-second video. Um, so I'm going to go back over to here, and we're going to go to. Oops, not that. Uh, let's remove that for now. So I'm going to show the play that they think if he does have a concussion, they think it's this play. I thought it was a play where he got sacked, where his face was face down when he got hit. So I think on that third down play before the field goal, I think it was. I think that was the play as well. But here's the play, and it's that goofy play that they tried to do that flea flicker that didn't work. So here's the play. And you can see there. Ah. You see when he takes the hit, he's laying there face down for a couple of seconds. Uh, so you do see that hit there. So was that play? And I think there was also a play near the end of the second quarter as well, which did not help as well. So you have a couple of different plays there that um, that could have been um, led to him going into the 10. But the thing is, um, but they did say they did show that he jogged off, but we'll see if he comes out to start the third quarter or not. So, a couple of things here that I usually go through on the normal Thursday show. You know, this is just a little not as rigid, but just some things that popped up here. First of all, Harrison Butker has been placed on IR. He needs knee surgery. He's going to have an arthroscopic surgery on his left knee, which is his plant leg. Um, he was on the field and working with his teammates when Thursday's practice began. I don't think there was any notice here. So they signed kicker Spencer Schrader off the Jets practice squad to replace Butker. Schrader kicked the season one game for Indy, one game for the Jets. He kicked both. He made both of his field goals for the Jets last week. Um, Brant Boyer said that the kid's got talent, and meaning Schrader. Um, doesn't say how Butker hurt his knee, but I'm sure that there's people that didn't like his comments from when the Cal from when he did that commencement speech at some college in, I believe it was in Kansas. You know, I'm sure some people would say, karma got you. Well, if karma really got him, it would have been an ACL. But but I don't believe on that. Just you said what you said. Whatever. But he's got a knee injury, and I don't know what the forecast is going to be in Buffalo this weekend. I mean, it's not going to be that cold, but um, I would imagine that you may have some. Uh, I mean, you may have some wind, but I'm pulling that up now. So, Orchard Park, New York. Uh, Going to be 53 in Buffalo. Da, 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 da. 3 to 11 miles an hour with gusts up to 27. But we are looking 3 days out, so it may be that it's more lighter. But if it was a windier day, then you might have to worry about the kicker. But it is a 4 game thing that they're going to need that kicker, or maybe play musical kickers for 4 weeks. But Schrader did sign. Butker's out. If you have Butker on your fantasy team, make sure you make those changes accordingly as the week 11 has started. So so he's out for the next 4 weeks. Um, Also, keep an eye on Tyreek Hill. Not necessarily this week, but later in the year, especially if you have him on your team. And let's say, but the Dolphins are going to may be back on track here, but you may have some issues. But if the Dolphins get eliminated from playoff contention, I wouldn't be surprised if Tyreek Hill calls it a season. And the reason why is Tyreek Hill said today that he may undergo surgery on a wrist injury that limited him in practice last week, but any procedure wouldn't be until after the season ends. But if they don't make the playoffs, why not get the surgery right away? But I'm not Tyreek Hill. I don't have 55 kids, but I'm exaggerating with the kids. It's like 12, but you get the idea. Um, so um, It has worse. He originally injured it in a joint practice with the Commanders in August. It worsened over the first 9 weeks of the season to a point where Hill was held out of Dolphins' final two practices before Week 10, and he carried a questionable tag into Miami's game against the Rams that week, or on Monday night it was. Um, he has declined surgery and will play through the pain. And Hill said at the end of the day, I just got to suck it up and deal with the pain. It's going to get worse the more I play, but I got to gut it out for my team. I'm here. I'm locked in no matter what, no matter how I feel. So even if I've got to cut my wrist off, I'm still out there because I love the game of football. But will you really love the game of football when your team is out? But who knows? But um, he also says surgery was brought up and it was talked about whenever I talked to a few of the doctors, but it's my call at the end of the day. My call is to stay out on the field. But we'll see. So, um, so I'm also keeping an eye on, uh, I'm also keeping an eye here. Um, of course, the first thing I see, I'm sorry, but Jalen Hurts is not good of a quarterback. Uh, Somebody says he's good. He's able to round the 10. Eh. Just like grandma's recipe, if the secret ingredient is protein, big on protein, low on sugar, huge on flavor. Quest, it's basically cheating. Love that baby. What you see the other two surprises? So, so I'm looking here, see if there's anything new that's going to come up here. I'll keep an eye on that here. So we still have a couple minutes until the start of the third quarter here. Um, so Jalen Hurts, Tyreek Hill, the story that I was telling you about, it appears he's going to play through the pain, but keep an eye out because if the Dolphins don't make the playoffs, don't be surprised if he says, "All right, I'm done. Goodbye." I would do that. That's just me. But uh, but we are a couple of minutes away from the first half, and just want to remind you about Rebet, which is one of our partners here, Bleacher Brothers, and um, it is a app that we have a partnership with, and you can get 100% match up to $100. And if you deposit 50, you get 50. You deposit 100, you get 100. And it's a social sports book. You can follow your friends and even have head-to-head wagers. Think of the head-to-head wager that they had in the movie Trading Spaces for that gentleman's bet of $1. Now, granted, you'll probably want to bet more than $1 with your friends, but you can have some fun with your friends. Talk some crap and oh, no way this is going to happen. I'll bet you $25 that my team wins. Oh yeah, well my team's going to win, so I'll match that $25. And at the end of the day, Rebet facilitates the wager, and boom, you can you win it. Whoever wins that wager wins. And I've shared the link in the chat. So if you're on YouTube or my Twitch, you will see that in the chat right now. And the code is Bleacher, Bleacher in capital letters. And also the money, the promotion that we have, the money from the promotion, it goes to Alex's Toy Drive, which is part of the Dragon Bike Tour. They have a um, they have a toy drive, and it benefits the kids, the orphans of Ocean County, New Jersey, and they give kids a Merry Christmas. So you will be helping out with that. So uh, you know, rebet 100% match up to $100. It's an app, that we use, and we promote our wagers on there. And I did I did share my wager with the Eagles here. So um, looks like he's okay. I mean, a little odd that he's riding the bike, but So anyway, ignore that. Ignore this right now. We're going to get to the game here. I'm just setting this up for later on, after the game. Oh, we got a loose ball here. There we go. So we got a 7-3 game here.